Today we are starting afresh. Okay, so whatever we had done earlier is fine, and especially considering the retreat, what we are going to have, I'm going to cover everything what would be done. Okay, now the first thing you need to know, or anybody need to know, is what's the motivation, why you want to do it. Whatever you're doing, what is that is required, why you want to do it. That should be there, because that creates chanda, interest. If I don't know what I'm doing and I'm just doing for the sake of doing, it doesn't add anything. So the first thing is why. So is the worldly life not giving you enough enjoyment that you want to go on something else? Or you think that something else is far better than the worldly thing? Or you're having some issues in your life and then you think this is going to solve it. Okay, so you need to know why you're here, why you're addressing it. If my idea is that I'm going to clear off my issues with this, it's never going to happen. Okay, so it's not a substitution that I substitute my personal problem with this. Let's say I have a health problem, so I'm coming to here. I have an emotional problem, so I'm coming here. Or I have a relationship problem, so I'm coming here. I have a job related problem, so I'm coming here. That's not this place for. It's never been that place. For those people who want to get relief from their usual traumas, a psychiatry or psychotherapy is the right approach than coming into this field, because it's about ending your journey as opposed to clearing off something. So I better off go to monasteries, temple, church, any religious places. That makes more sense than this place. Okay. Now the question comes, why am I here? Or why Buddha Dhamma in the first place? That you should ask. Don't just follow just for the sake of following or doing something because Buddha is great, he's supreme, he's one and the only. So we don't have to flower someone just because we want to put him in a high pedestal. In fact, Buddha has never asked, please do this small favor to me. After I'm gone, make some good monasteries, collect funds, do this, do that, or etc. In fact, Buddha has said what he has to say in DN 16, that after I'm passing away, be careful of four things. One, a person comes and says that I heard it from the Buddha. Don't accept, don't reject. Come back to Sutta and Vinaya and see, is that true? Is what is said in the Sutta or in the Vinaya? If you don't find it, don't have to accept it. Somebody might come saying that we have a tradition. Again, same thing. Come back here and do it. Or a particular sect is doing it. Or a particular great noted teacher is doing it. Sorry. Okay, so this is not the place to be. Now, what is Buddha in the first place? Buddha is a person who is not promoting his ideology or anything whatsoever, or religion or a belief system or something like that. He's just trying to address three fundamental problems. First, what causes birth? Simple. So if I'm a follower of Buddha, I need to know what propels birth. That's all. Main thing. Okay, I'm born, is very good. Can I stay for a long time? No. Okay, do I know when I'm going to die? No. So it means uncertainty, right? So then what's the point? So jara, which means after you're born, aging starts. So you're 1 day old, 1 year old, 10-year old, 20-year old, 30, 50, whatever. Okay. Then what's my destination? Nobody knows. So I need to know the destination. I don't know the origin. I don't know the destination. So what's the point? So in between is vyadhi, which means disease. So the Buddha's answer is not about religion. It's not about belief system. It's not about whether vipassana from Goenka is good or from that is good, from this is good. All are of those four categories, D and 16. Just throw it in the dustbin and that's it. Don't have to keep it ruminating or thinking over it. Oh, this one, that one, this one, that one. Instead, follow what Buddha says. And that's it. Provided you want to know the answer for birth, aging, disease, and death. If that is your quest, that's all what you want, then you are in the right place. Other than that, if I'm interested in changing something of my personal problem or something else, or I want more money, or I want more power, I want more position, I want this, I want change in job, I want change in wife, I want to change in husband, I don't want children, no, I want children, etc., etc. This is not the place to be. You can better go to a IVF if you want children. If you are not getting through the natural source, better go to IVF. If you're not getting good wife, publish it in Quora or some other place that I have this wife who is useless. So I'm looking at somebody. So please let me know if you find some. Maybe somebody will answer to you because he or he would be suffering the same. So then you can decide what you want. In the same way, you're not finding job, go on LinkedIn or anywhere and find a job. If you are not liking the country where you're staying, better don't curse the country. You go wherever you want. There's no point in cursing the country where you're staying, and find solution. Don't just sit there and complain. It makes no sense. Right? Because Buddha Dhamma is not going to do that. Or if I'm interested in going to hundreds of retreats and booking my retreat every now and then, feel free, do that. It's another addiction like tea and coffee. So best thing, but don't come and talk to me that I should be doing some retreats or that's a good retreat, maybe true. Keep it. Enjoy. I'm not going to come in your way that why are you are doing retreat. Well, that's not there in Buddha teaching that you go and do a retreat. Okay, so I'm going to look into Vinaya and Sutta and say that what it is. So this is a introduction on why I'm following Buddha. If my quest is on jati, birth, jara, aging, vyadi, disease, marana, death, I need to find a permanent answer, not a temporary answer. Then I'm here. Now, personally, why am I here? Is because of out of body experience. And that's it. So I have only two questions out of the four things what Buddha talks about. One, why it happened, whatever it happened. So that means, can I, in this living, can I go to that place where I'd seen because my memory is strong? Number two is that what happens after death? Only two questions. And for me, this fitted. Not that I should change my religion or change my this. And I don't want to be Buddhist. Honestly, I care a damn about who is this Buddhist business. And neither I am a Theravada or a Mahayana or this Yana or that Yana. I don't care what it is. My questions are only these two, and I've got an answer for those two. That's it. That was my quest. And that's the answer I got. I don't care about traditions. I don't care about religion. I don't care about anything whatsoever because they make no sense to me in terms of life and death. They might make sense to somebody else, but not to me. I don't believe in any traditions, religion, ideologies, opinions, etc. because that's not my business. And I'm not a Buddhist. I don't want to be a Buddhist, and I will never be a Buddhist at all. I'm not going to go to a monastery or a church or a temple or mosque or any kind of these religious gathering places, etc., because it makes no sense to me. In my experience, it doesn't make sense. So I don't want to be categorized that I was a Hindu, I became a Buddhist. Bullshit. I was neither a Hindu nor am a Buddhist to become something, right? So I'm not going to be on any religious traditions or any kind of stupid thinkings. I'm out of it. Now, coming back to this point, what I'm going to do now, being very clear on what I want to do, is this way. First thing, is morality important or not important? That's what I'm going to look at. Now, the fear of anything, any person who has a fear of death is because there is moral issue underlying that fact. So we have found a concept called as God, where we don't know how to fit it, how to fix it. So it's a concept. It's not really God out there who is going to do something for us. But we find, or I find, more comfort. If I make Buddha as a God, it makes it more sense to me because now I can do something. I can go, I can worship, I can put flowers, I can put candles or lamps or whatever that is, and keep on praying while my internal is the same. Whereas Buddha Dhamma is not like that. It is understanding the nature. The nature is if I'm happy, nothing in this world can make me unhappy because happiness has one nature. Supposing I'm unhappy, nothing in this world can make me happy. Simple. The world goes on. Let's say I'm in the best place and best situation, best job, etc. If I'm a complaining nature, nobody can help me. Simple. So that's the nature. Can I change the nature? Yes, you can. If you're having cold outside, do you shiver? No, you found a way of making yourself warm. If it is warm outside, you found a way to make it cold. You can make it. But you should understand the nature. The nature of heat is going to be hot, makes hot. The nature of cold makes it terribly cold. You feel cold. It's not you're pretending to be cold. It's cold out there. That's it. So basically, the Dhamma is nature. That's it. Buddha found out to understand the nature of everything. And everything goes through birth, decay, then the disease is not there in the nature things. Trees and plants to humans to animals have this disease, but in the nature there are changes. So you can make it as disease if you want, otherwise marana, which is death. That means if there is a cold, it's not going to be permanently cold. If it is warm, it's not going to be permanently warm because if the condition changes, everything else changes. So now, having understood this nature, I would like to protect. Okay, I'm using this word protect. Suffering, burden. Suffering means not really suffering, it's burden. You're burdening yourself with something. And when you're burdening it, it becomes insecure. You make yourself insecure. So the basic aim of Dhamma is to make oneself secure than insecure. So what Buddha found out is there are these 10 things which makes insecurity possible. Okay. So first one is killing. You will be always in fear. Simple. Stealing, fear. Sexual misconduct, fear. Lying, fear. Slandering, fear. Harsh speech, fear. Talking untimely words, sentences, etc. Fear. And becoming covetous or jealous, fear. Ill will, fear. Wrong views, fear. So basically, out of 10, the thing which comes out in the mental state is fear. Now, every being is insecure. So now we'll find out the reason for that insecurity is because every being knows this place means this body, is not its home, but it wants to make it its home, which cannot happen. So there is insecurity. So if I say I'm insecure, it's the real insecurity is to make something which is really not there. That's a burden. That's a dukkha. So if somebody asks, then where are we from? Where are each human being, animal, bird, insects, etc.? So Buddha says they're from Abhasara. That's a place of where we started. So every religion has put in one way, they call heaven and they call Jannat and they call Swarga, they call so many of the things. So basically, they all know we're not from here. And hence, God is there, angels are there, then you have Jesus, then you have Trinity. When you say Holy Spirit, so you have to bring in so many things to make this work better because we know this place is not yours. That's the truth. That's the insecure thing. And everybody knows it. So when it came to human, they made gods. Simple. Why? It is much easier. So when there are gods, there should be anti-gods. It means I don't want gods. So that's materialistic, atheist, or annihilationist kind of people, and this side is theist. So theist and atheist, they survive. Why? Because they both are finding the same thing. One says annihilation is the truth, because as we can see, nobody comes from heaven or hell to say how it is. So why believe something which doesn't even exist, which they're true, they're right. And these godly people believe that if they were to suffer a lot and sacrifice and do all kind of nasty things, God will open up his eyes and say, hey, Sani, oh, you, my dear son, okay, I'm here with my open arms, please come. So nice, it's been so long time, you miss me. Okay, these are two people. And the Buddha way is the third one, middle, which is samana, which means out of one's own effort. No God, no atheist, or no theist and no atheist. Okay, so both are not there. So why am I following it? I want to do it myself. And hence I said I don't believe in all of this religious things. Even the so-called Buddhist monasteries, I've got nothing to do with them. They're just buildings for me with some statue of Buddha and nothing else. It makes no sense. Absolute no sense to me. But that doesn't turn me to an atheist, but I know how to do things on my own. I don't have to rely on some stupid argument from both sides. Okay. So now the question comes for you is, do you really want to be in Abhasara? Or do you believe that there is Abhasara? Or do you want to know what is Abhasara? Or do you just want to believe in Buddha? I'll take the last one. If you believe in Buddha, you're wasting your time. Because there's nothing to believe there. Maybe you can believe it. It comes under the religion, makes more sense. So keep it that way. But if you really want to work it out and say that, hey, you know what, I'm not from this place, I'm sure I'm not from this place, especially in my case, since I've seen death, I knew what happened. I remember everything what happened. I'm not from this place. I exactly know it. So that's the quest. So I'm challenged by death. So I would like to know, maybe none of you are going to die, that's for sure. But then I know I'm going to die. So knowing very well, I would like to understand how to escape death. Clear. So is there any methodology which can stop death? Okay, permanently. And this death is going to happen. So don't think that this death is not going to happen. That's fair. That's understandable. If there is birth and there's going to be death, there's nothing special about it. But can I stop future suffering, meaning future burden? Can I do that? Sort of all the religion, of all the traditions, of all the philosophies I've read, understood, including Bible and Quran, etc., I found this to be not intimidating, not too convincing, but precise of what I had experienced. Okay. So that gave me the answer. So now I know the cause of suffering, or rather, taking this burden of having something which is not yours, or this is not mine. If I'm from Abhasara, which is the second jhana, so I would like to remove the obstacles which doesn't let me go there. It's like somebody is stopping me. So I want to be there. Let's say somebody says you need a visa. I say, okay, I'll work for a visa. And I indeed work it out to get the visa. So I asked the visa officer, can you tell me what I require to get the visa? So he says, here is this sutta which talks about sila, then indriya samvara, then bhojanya matyanutta, then there's jagari ana yoga, then there's sati sampajanya, then you come to the jhanas. You will definitely get second jhana. Okay, great. What is second jhana? And then there's an explanation given that what is second jhana and what is that world from where I came. Right? It's not about belief system. I know I came from there because I've seen it, and I want to go back there. It's simple. I lost my home, and then I asked someone on the road, I don't remember from where I was. Can you please help me? And then he takes some details, and then I would like to meet my family members. That's the precise idea of being on this Dhamma route. So, my um, if I were you, I would first put, this is not my home, certainly. Because seen my parents pass away, I've seen that person pass away, this person pass away. So everybody passes away. So there's no point in wasting my time here and thinking I'm not going to pass away. If I'm going to pass away, then I don't have to come here. That's the second thing, right? I'm not from this place, number one. I don't want to come here because I know it is short. It's pretty short. It doesn't make sense. I want something long, not short. Okay. So then the practice. So the first thing I'm going to do is to understand what is moral. Okay. Clearly, not uh, adding some more variables to it, or not creating a retreat. Oh, I'm going to the retreat. Bullshit. No retreat. The retreat is here at present. The fire is here, not in some building or some weird way of looking at things, right? Because irrespective retreat or no retreat, death is going to come. That's for sure. It's not that it's going to wait. Oh, you are in the retreat. Oh, excuse me, I'll wait for you. No, nothing like that. So, that being the case, I would like to escape this shortcoming. So, the first thing I need to know is there are moral breakdown in three places. One is by the body, one is by the speech, one is by the mind. These three things. Very clear. So the practice begins with a sutta by name Chunda Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 10.176, which I'm going to memorize completely. So now we are going to have this retreat next few weeks in New Jersey area. So what are we going to do for the first hour of meeting? Not that somebody is going to request, give me 5 precepts, sir, and then the person gives, oh, okay, okay, I'll give it to you. Hold your hands tight, and I'm giving it to you. Take it, my child. No, nothing like that. It's your problem. Meaning, we are here because we have been immoral. It's not the other way around. So there's nothing like somebody giving you and somebody taking it. No way. It's nothing like that. So basically, you need to know how you came here. We all landed here. Landed here means in the womb. So we landed in the womb because of 10 immoral deeds. So to go back home, we have to get rid of the 10 immoral deeds so that it makes sense us to go home. It's like somebody put in a prison and the prison warden is coming and I'm asking him, tell me, sir, how can I come out of this? And he says, do this following and I'm taking you out of the jail. Praying with to him, saying that, sir, you're so nice. I think I will give you a flower bouquet if you open it. I will do this to you. I will wash your, room. I will beautify, paint it. Vilas, do one thing. Do these following things. I will definitely let you out of this prison. Do you understand? You're great. You're very great. You're very compassionate. Bullshit guy. Please understand. Do these 10 things. I can't keep you in the prison. Do you understand? Just do that. Sir, you're so nice. I'm telling you, Vilas, again. Just get it going. Don't keep on cribbing at me and crying and doing all these funny things. Just remove these 10 immoral things. This prison cannot hold people who don't have these 10 immoral deeds. Do you understand? Do you really understand what I'm saying? Okay. Sir, again, if you say sir to me, I will lock you in another prison. Just get this going. Sir, I've heard if I go to that retreat, I'm just asking, please don't get upset. Do whatever makes right to you because you're going from this prison to that prison. It doesn't matter. Which prison are you sitting? No, sir, that has one internal prison. Yes, it will be there. You can sit there endlessly. That doesn't change anything to you. You let go of these 10 immoral deeds and it works. That's all. Whichever prison that is, it's still a prison. It doesn't matter whether it's an air conditioned prison or an open prison. Prison is prison. So, first, you know that you are not from this place. Second, make that as your solemn promise that within your death, you will go there. Make that wish. I need to be there. Don't rely on anyone. Nobody is going to come to you and take you there. You have to do it on your own. No God will come, nothing will come to you to rescue you from anywhere. It's your effort. Got it? So do it. So if I'm Vilas, I'm Vilas, let's say I'm starting, what I'm going to do? If I'm going to a retreat, the previous evening or afternoon, whenever I'm going to meet, I'm not going to engage with anyone. And I'm not going to ask, give me some precept and I take a precept of all of that. Precepts are something which will take you from this place to that place, from prison to out of prison. I better work right now, not in the retreat. So I know there are three bodily, four verbal, and three mental. I will drop it now. Looking at the drawbacks, all the 10 of them gets me fear. So I want to, first thing I want to do is to come out of fear, fearless. That's exactly what I want. Not to have fear, fear of death. It's because of this 10, because I don't know where I'm going to land. Now I know through the Dhamma that I was from Abhasara, so that fear is gone. That from where did I start? And same thing for everyone has started from there. Whether they believe it or they don't believe it, they understand it, they don't understand it, at least I have understood it. Makes sense to me. Right? So I will do that. Now I come to another sutta after knowing this, that I'm from Abhasara and I want to go there. I've understood the 10 immoral deeds, is how to work it out. Is Duccharita Vipaka Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 8.40. What it tells me is how I should be conscious about it, how I should be knowing it, the consequences of each one of these bad deeds. If I'm killing someone, my lifespan will reduce. If I'm stealing, I'll not have property. Like that. If I do that continuously, let's say I'm in a retreat, I've landed at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, from 2 p.m. till the night, I'm going to observe this one and this one, this one, till it becomes sati. Okay? It should become sati. Not that I understood. I read very nice sutta. No. Or I tell my teacher, sir, I just now read, what next should I take? What do you mean, what next? No, I understood. Then I have to tell to that person, like what Buddha said to Ananda in DN 15. Ananda, don't tell like this that you've understood it. Don't say that, Ananda. You have not understood it. If you had understood it, you wouldn't have asked this. The very fact you have asked it means you have not understood it. And he gives a complete exposition which blows away Ananda. So basically, it's a complete day of working out on Sila. Okay, complete day. So I don't have to go and ask, I'm done with it. No. Then I might say, then what else to be done? My dear friend, when the situation comes, especially on the speech, what do? Observe. Are you telling lies? Are you slandering? Are you using harsh speech? Or are you doing unwanted talks? Look at any one of these. Just a second, somebody has come to the door. So I need to keep on reflecting. When do I know a sati has got established? I will come to know when the remembrance, sati is one word, is remembrance, it's there in the sutta also. Is to remember what was said some time ago and what was said now, both. So I remember the consequence, the consequence, the consequence, the consequence, and consequence of the whole of that day, the previous day. If I'm talking from a real retreat point of view, because we'll be doing it anyway, So I will look at sati of seal, right? So that I don't break anything. Now, one of the key pointers to it is that not to sit using cushion or seclude yourself to some corner and lock yourself up so that no thing will come. No, not true. Because when you go home, all of this will join back. So it should be natural. So whether I'm standing, whether I'm sitting, whether I'm lying down, whether I'm walking, whether I'm taking bath, or whether I'm doing this, doing that, I will start noticing what is coming out in the mind, whether I'm feeling jealous, as one of the example. It's mental. So I mark it as mental. I'm feeling ill will, having ill will towards someone, for whatever reason, just remember, I'll mark it as ill will arise. Okay. Then some michaditi. What is michaditi? Here is wrong view. So I don't believe donation has any benefit. I don't believe any kind of offerings have any benefit, like the puja and other things, etc. And there are 10 of them, which we can go and look at it when we are in the session. But at present, you should know there are 10 of these 10 of the 10 immoral deeds. There are 10 michaditi, wrong views. Any one of those wrong views is sufficient enough to derail your getting visa to Abhasara or going out of this prison. You need to ensure that none of that remains with you. Okay. Then, after these two things have been completely understood, meaning understood, not reading wise understood, or recitation understood, or anything of that, after reflecting upon it continuously, say from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., I've reflected 4 hours. I'm just sitting, nothing I'm doing. I'm just reflecting, oh, okay, this happens, means this happens, this happens, means this happens, and this happens, means this happens, and this happens, when this happens. So I don't want to suffer, so I will not do this. 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 And then I suddenly see, let's say, I see Bobby. So I'll start talking some nonsense. Then I remember, oh shit, I broke it. I make a note, sampapalapa, like that. I maintain a book or a mobile or whatever it is. So I'll promise myself for the next 3 months, 90 days, I'm going to note everything that is coming out in me. Can be anything. I don't matter. It doesn't cost me anything, but I'm going to make a note. So I also wish for myself that in 90 days' time, let this mind get established in Abhasara. Okay. Simple. I don't believe in Abhasara. Then better get out of Buddha Dhamma. Makes no sense. Because now I start arguing with that person, saying, oh, wait, how do you think there is Abhasara, they blah, blah. Please. Thank you so much. I don't want to waste my time. You might not be dying, but I am dying. So I can't waste even a single moment at all. Maybe you are not going to die. Absolutely fair. You have all the time in the world to argue. But I don't have. Please, sir, understand. I don't have. So after this is KP2, Dasa Sikkapada, 10 learnings. Okay. This is the third one. So I said AN 10.176 to know the 10 immoral deeds, and then this Duccharita Vipaka Sutta, 8 of them, 7, 4 plus 3 plus 1, drinking or intoxication. And then the third one, which I'm going to really practice means really practice, is KP2, Dasa Sikkapada. Does not have much things there, but the deeper is too much. So let me take you through it. First one, What it increases, what it reduces. If I take Panatipata Veramani Sikhapadam Samadhiyam, it has two words which are very important, and hence the reason I say recitation doesn't make any sense. It's there in the chanting book, people chant. Panatipata Veramani. It's so nice thing. But you ask them, what did you understand out of it? Maybe they'll see stars. Because there are two things. There is Sikhapada and Samadhiyam. Okay. Now, what is Sikha Pada? Pada means to walk. Sikha is to learn. Walk and talk, basically. Samadhiyami is a state of mind where it is unblemished. Okay. How does it become unblemished? What is the cause of my coming here? Is greed, hatred, and delusion. These are the three things. What is Nibbana? Coming out of hate, greed, and delusion. Very good. If I want Nibbana, what should I remove? Greed, hate, and delusion. Perfect. So, what does Panatipata do? Killing do? It will increase hate. Because you can't kill anyone or anything unless you hate it to kill. Okay. So, I first have to be uncompassionate with that living being. I'm not talking about insects and mosquitoes, and that will come later, but let's talk about humans. I'm angry with someone. So, what am I harboring? Hate. Anger is hate. I can't be angry with anyone without hating that person in the first place. Maybe I hate how he looks or she looks, or how he or she talks, or how she or she behaves. There's only three things which can create me hatredness, because I feel I'm perfect. That person has to be corrected. So today, if the Sikha Pada is, I will not do that, is suffering exactly the same way as me. Maybe he's misunderstood, fair, but why I should get enraged at that person? Poor guy. He also came from Abhasara. It's not that only I came from Abhasara. That person also came from Abhasara, but unfortunately, he doesn't know that he has to go home. Maybe he thinks this temporary jail itself is his home, which makes sense to him. But why should I worry? The jailer is not going to let him go anyway. The jailer has told me, "Will ask you do these 10 things, I will let you go." Simple, let me work it out. What is the problem? So, the first thing the jailer said, Vilas, from today, let go of killing. You're killing in your mind. Let go. You're not physically doing it. Agreed. Let go. Remember it. Samadhiyam. Make that into samadhi. Yes, sir. Next one. Adinnadana. Don't take anything doesn't belong to you. Now, this includes everything, even the minutest thing. I will not do it. Anumatte suvajjesu. Even the atomic smallest. Because the jailer has put 10 cameras around me in order to let me out of the jail, I better do what he says. Okay? He's going to watch. And also put cables around my brain so that he can also look at what I'm thinking. I don't want to be in Mara's nest. Sorry, thank you. So Panatipata Adinnadana. Now the third one. I don't want to come back here. I made that solemn promise. It's not Kamesha Mityachara which I'm going to be working with, a brahmacharya. I read Mithuna Sutta. He gives 5 things there. I said, thank you, sir. I will follow it. Don't have to tell me anything. And he says, Vilas, if I find a little bit of non-chaste attitude in you, you're coming back to this jail. Please remember. Please remember. You got it? Yes, sir. Then the fourth one, Musavada, which anyway, the same thing. No Pisuna na Parusavacha, na Sampaphalapa. It goes the next one, Sura Mereya. Done. Then Nacha Gita Vadita. Now here comes the interesting parts on Raga Dvesha Moha. The first one was Dvesha, the second one was Raga, the third one is Raga, the fourth one, Musavada, is Moha. The fifth one is Moha. The sixth one, Nacha Gita Vadita, all of that is Raga. The primary driving factor is Raga. Now, why am I doing that? In all the ragas is Arati, the Mara sitting there, which is dissatisfaction. I'm not happy. I'm not contented. So I need to watch reels on Instagram, YouTube videos, etc., etc. Why? How to spend time? Sir, I want to spend time feeling bored today. Oh, yes, yes, please come. So, no, jailer is not going to leave me out for sure. So, I need to remove raga. And on one side, moha is there. Okay. But the driving factor of that is moha, but that doesn't mean raga doesn't create moha. So, I need to be watching out. I'm feeling bored. Good, good. That means arati is there. Okay. Then, next one, mala gandha vilepana, that one, dharana, vibhushana. We might think that today, who is going to have all of that? It's beautification. That has to be removed. Now, that doesn't mean that if I'm going to office, I'm not going to wear t-shirt or shirt or pant or anything. Or this, like Madhukar is putting his tag and or his stethoscope, etc. No, he's going to wear all of that. But not really in the mind. That's a work culture I need to do. It's not that I go on extreme, suddenly become a Jain like, and then I strip myself naked and go to office. Because I don't want to do mala, gandha, vilepana, dharana, etc. So the office people are going to kick me out. Before that, the dogs are going to attack me and people are going to throw stones at me. So I don't want any one of those to happen. Maybe some people would like to do something with my private part as well because they're looking this fair guy having this no cloth on, maybe gone mad or something. So don't want anybody to touch me. So I better wear, but not enjoy that. Then Ucha Shayana Mahashayana. There is high-rise bed. That means, again, raga. It doesn't mean that I should have that bed to sleep on. I can, but high-rise bed is like king-size beds where you have to climb up and you get a royal feeling. That shouldn't be there. And Vikala Bhojana, which is already covered in Bhojane Matyanutta. So if you're hungry, eat, or don't have feel hungry, you don't eat. These are the 10 of them. I'm going to take it up. Measure them by Raga, Dvesha, Moha, RDM, and see how much is gone, quantity, on a daily basis. When each situation presents itself, a nice looking gadget is there, wanted, wanted. That means Arati is there. So the Tanha Arati scheme, Raga, Tanha, Arati are the three daughters of Mara. They are going to be there watching you over all the time. So the jailer has appointed three ladies to entice every inmate of the jail: Raga, Arati, and Moha. Sorry, Tanha, craving, right? Because you are bound by the jail laws and you have asked the jailer, can I go? And he says, yes, you can. You can. But this one. So that is my first starting point. And I think we are roughly out of time on this. So we finished Sila in real sense, retreat or no retreat, what I'm going to do between the Anguttara Nikaya 8.40 and 10.176 and KP2 in the Khuddaka, where you can see the Sutta KP2 Dasa Sikkapada. Got it? So that is the reason Buddha says Sikkapadam Samadhiyami. Because Sikkapada, you learn, you completely learn it because you've forgotten that your house is not this place. Meaning, I've forgotten. It's not about which religion I belong, which tradition I belong, which caste or creed or color or whatever that is, nationality or whatever. I don't care what it is. I've got nothing to do with it. I only know that I want to go back home. So that's my first working if I'm doing a retreat. Very clear. Even the 10 days, if I work on this, makes sense to me. I don't care because I first have to finish this. Then I go to Samadhi, then I go to Panya. It's fair. But let me first have this. So, in every interaction with every person or everything, I am going to do this. I know very well the Mara has put three of his daughters to entice, to make me head winked or hoodwinked. And I'm going to carry it, Sati, like that Janapada Kalyani Sutta, where a hot oil is there and I'm carrying it. If drop of oil spilling, the Sati is gone. And there's a lot of things happening, the dance and etc. Nice, beautiful woman is showing it. Just have to carry the hot oil on the head or hand or whatever. But that's a simile to see how to develop sati. So, first sati development is through sila. Clear? Okay, that's it. Any questions? All good. So that's the first starting point. You should know why you're here, what you want, your own personal journey, whatever personally you want to understand. Have a determination, have a goal set, and do it. Yes, Madhukar.
Namuday.
Now, Budai.
Sir, good morning to
Good
all.
morning.
Sir, the word you said is a lot to learn, and that word is a we always say we that I want to go for a retreat. Actually, first of all, we are already conditioning ourselves. The unconditioned mind, we are already unconditioned it so badly. So by through the sankaras, we are already treating ourselves on a bad part. So actually, the real learning from the retreat is we really literally want to uncondition ourselves as a retreat. So and this moment is for moment to moment, break to break. It's not 10 days. It's not 1 month or 6 months or etc. So even one word is observed, watched, seen, and learned is enough for a lifelong retreating oneself. And
True.
that gives a whole crux and concentration of the main and the purpose of the going for a 10 days, 15 days, 20 days retreat. Of course, it has got its own benefit, like it gives us some seclusion area, some food, some disciplined life. It's always good, but that's just like a token of it. The daily retreat is in a day-to-day life. When we're talking, when we're going to the office, when we're getting out of the vehicle, when we see the signal, when we see the dog barking. So retreating is a continuous process only if we watch it and learn from it. So that's what I'm taking, like the word is.
Absolutely. And one another thing, I missed it. I said, life, I'm dying. How do you know I'm dying? Is every breath is going away. So my practice is breath. As we go further, I'll show you sutta examples where Buddha says exactly what to watch in sati and sampajanya. There is sutta for that, and not what we've learned in satipatthana through some courses, etc., which is far away from what Buddha says. So we will unearth it and see what exactly Buddha is saying on breath watching. For now, don't worry about it because that we have to cover it when we come to samadhi. Presently, how do you know you're dying? Every day ends and so many breath has gone. And the breath changes based upon the event. So the first thing I need to do is ensure I get a chance to properly observe, understand the breath. It's not a 1 hour cushion sitting of watching breath or a half an hour or 2 hours like that. It is continuous. Bhavita bahulikata. Bhavita is to develop, bahulikata is to repeat it, repeated practice. It's not, oh, I sit in the morning and once in the evening and the remaining time I'm having fun. No, not at all. That's not sila, that's not samadhi, that's not panya. It is just fooling oneself and nothing else. Because at the end of it, at the end of 90 days period, you should be able to go to Abhasara at will. Then you have learned what Moggallana calls as the first breakthrough, which is Tunni Bhava, which means noble silence. Just putting a board and outside a bedroom or outside a building, meditation in progress, please remain silent, is just nothing. And putting another board inside, noble silence is even more, what I can say, hilarious than the first one. And since we are following Buddha teaching, these kinds of board makes no sense. It makes the teaching literally worse than a kindergarten. Okay, so we need to know what Kolita or Moggallana is saying and what Buddha is saying, and nobody else. So just by putting that board is fine for some urchins or some children who are naughty, who are wanting to come to a retreat, but not for the serious people. No, not at all. So you need to know whether that suits you or not. Otherwise, you can go to the place where they write noble silence and you can just be there forever. Makes no sense. Okay, so this is the first step I'm going to be doing. And I presume people who are going to meet me in next few weeks' time understand the gravity of the situation. They don't ask me again what I should do. There's nothing you should do. You have to be doing now. Okay, so take it seriously and do it. The first thing, remove the 10 immorals, understand the consequences, and leave out your wrong understanding that you have a family, you have this, you have that. Yes, it is there. You need to love them a lot because they're going to go away, and we have to wish them that let them be secure. None of us are secure. None of us. So we need to be secure. So at least we need to wish them that before they die, they have gone and seen from where they came. Okay, so that should be our first thing. So compassion and kindness, loving compassion or loving kindness comes when we see everyone is from the same place, no matter whether it's called as an ant or an elephant or a human, and inhuman called as Christian or Muslim or Hindu or Buddhist or Jain or whatever it is called as, makes no sense because you never had it. You don't belong there. So there's nothing anybody can do except to see that, yeah, it's difficult to find the road back home. Okay? So basically, it's not about should I follow this person or that person. You don't have to follow any person, follow the Dhamma. That's it. Yes, Ritesh. You're on mute.
Sorry for this question. Don't take me otherwise. Um, but when you say someone asking about Abhasara, if you don't believe it, then
That's it.
you can't be in Buddhism. So how is it different than someone believing in a third party like a god and believing in heaven, even though they have not seen? And that's why they don't want to be a part of those kind of rituals and they are looking for a logical and rational path. And that's why they have come to Buddha, because he teaches about understanding your mind and making it right in the right manner. So when he says that you have to go back to Abhasar, I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's a bit logical to for someone to actually ask, okay, fine, but where is it? I know it can't be seen, but
no, you
where is
can
it?
see it. You can see it. So that's the reason I said. So yes, you don't believe there is no Abhasar fair, but do you believe that there is insecurity right now and fear? So first address that, and then automatically goes to Abhasar. So to answer to your question, it's a very nice question. Let's say I'm a disbeliever. Fair. I will ask these questions to myself. Is killing going to make me fearful or fearless? Now, where is fear? How did it come? That means something is missing there. So I know something I shouldn't be doing. Nobody told me that If you kill, fear will come. Nobody has even actually come and arrested me, but I myself is not fine, right? Forget killing is strange. I mean, very harsh. Let's take lying. Unless I make lying as a habit, there's a fear. Even if I made a habit, there's a fear of getting caught, right? Now, nobody told me. That means I can now see the consciousness knows on the consequence, right? If that has come automatically, without anybody telling you that you will be fearing for getting caught,
Mm.
if you remove all of this, why can't that other one happen? I don't have to believe. No, I don't have to believe. But
Mm.
did anybody teach me that by lying you will not have fear? I have to justify. I have to keep on justifying. I know I'm justifying. I'm losing. So I'm telling one lie after the other, after the other, after the other. Let's take another example. I steal. Am I not in fear?
Sorry to interrupt, sir. So, what it means, and please correct me, that Abhasar is actually a state of mind, just like
All a
fear.
state of mind
Ah,
only. All a
yeah.
state of mind.
So, yeah, but to explain someone or just to make someone understand, because see, people believe in heaven. They just point upwards. So they are trying to find a physical location for heaven.
Fair. Let's take that to
Heaven
be
is a
true.
mental state.
No, wait a second. They show like this, right? So something is there. Something is there which is so natural in us to. Why that? We'll come to that a moment later. Everybody touches here when they talk. Why? If somebody feels that mind is not there, but why are they touching there? Nobody has taught them. Clear? They touch here. You touch my heart, and they literally touch it. Why? That means it knows. That's the reason Vijnana, consciousness, knows it. Any religion, any tradition, anything, they touch their heart. It need not be anything. They even say, you touched my heart. You took my breath away. Now, all of these are there means is something everybody knows. Even the most disbeliever cannot say, I don't touch my heart. You touch my heart. So he even touches his own heart in exactly the same place where there are feelings. Right? So if that were to be true, let's take this very simplest one. Then Abhasara to everything what is happening, the fear is a state of mind only then. I might not believe there is God or there's this or that, but it's also a state of mind. Not having God is also a state of mind. Fearing that there is God is also a state of mind. So everything is state of mind. And in Buddha language, it's called mano. Mano pubbangama dhamma, mano setta, manomaya, manasa chepa duttena, bhasati, va karoti va. So basically, it's all state of mind only. So if your state of mind is pure, you become fearless. And when you're fearless, you're in Abhasara, right? Now, how does it seem to be? You're filled with light. You not see physical light or something like that, but you know you've touched something which makes you feel completely let go of. And looking at that person, many people want to have such a face. See, face is the index of the mind. Whatever you're thinking or person is thinking is shown up in his face. So we ask that person, why are you worried? Because that is shown up in the face. Why are you sad? That is shown up in the face. Nobody asks, why are you happy? Have you seen anyone asking that? Because they want happiness. That is from where we came, so we know it. And we are doing everything in pursuit of happiness.
Understood, sir. Understood. So your answer is follow up to my question, what I asked you the other day when you were there in my place at restaurant, sir. When I asked you that uh, when you said 60,000 kalpas, so where is it? And then you said it is all around us. Abhasara is also all around us. It's just a state of mind.
Exactly.
You are there all the time. That's it. It's just about being fearless, and you can only be fearless when you are staying away from those 10 immoral deeds all the time. Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
That's
much.
all what it is. So then, see, the problem comes that my wish is not going to happen. That's my thinking, right? I wish it had. I wish I get money. I wish I get this. I wish I get that. So I pray to God, please, God, do something. I will do anything for you. Okay, that's what I'm asking God. If I step back and see that my hindrances are the one which are not giving me anything. So the first hindrance are the immoral deeds. So why don't I fix them? Then I find the fear itself is not there. It's not getting manifested. If fear is not there, like say I want to go to the interview. What's the fear? I'll not get job. For me to not get job, some immoral deed I should have done in the past. Because that fear is robbing the confidence. But if I'm fearless, I don't have to worry about what he's going to ask me. I will answer truthfully, not manipulative. Why? Because I don't care a damn about it. I know I have to seek a living, survive for a living, and that's all I want to do. So I will go humbly, knowing that I'm just surviving because this is not my home anyway, any which way. So I'll become fearless. And that has reward. You get it. It's strange, but it's true. It works. It's paradoxical. Yes, it is. It defies logic. No, it doesn't. It obeys the law of physics. That's it. What is gravitation? Let's take that example. It stretches. So it creates a flux. Now, if you are in the flux, it is going to pull you together. If you're not there in that, can anything pull you? So I go to an interview just casually, just nothing to be done. Just go, just talk. Be truthful. Whatever you know, you know. Whatever you don't know, you don't know. Clear. But for getting the job, I'll tell all the things which I know, which I've done, not done, everything. I add it up. And that interviewer knows he's feeding things.
And getting into black hole unnecessarily.
Unnecessary. So now he's going to catch me. Half an hour ago, you said this project you did this way. Now I will have to justify that. No. What actually happened? Okay. What actually happened? Okay. What happened? So then I'm getting caught in. Just be precise. So it works. And above all, there's no interviewer in the first place. Yes, Bobby.
Hello, Lashi.
Yes.
Lashi, sorry for asking this question.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, this Nacha Gida Vadida Shigada Sana, you were talking about that today, right? That precept. So I remember we were singing some Hindi songs and all when we are here, and I also like songs. It is not that I am singing, but when I meditate, I can see that some tune comes in. It is playing up in the mind or in the brain. So how is that related to? Can we see that it is also sound arising and passing?
Yes,
Still we
Yes, you can do that, Bobby. In fact, if you can cut it by 5 khandas, the songs or whatever, you can be in it, but not in it. It's just like having food or anything like that. So you can disconnect, but yet be there. It's very paradoxical. Let me give you an example. If I can know the notes of the song, notes, it goes like this. If you were to sing flat, can it be enjoyed? No. Only the sound is coming with some instrument. No. Only when these things meet, then only it works. So tinna sangati passo, these 3 things coming becomes a contact. Then you can see the Vedana. You can see the changing of Vedana from this to that. Right? Now, let's say in the case of that Vitakka Santana Sutta, somebody is very depressed. This is a good thing to at least come out of the depression, because you cut that with this, then cut that with that. So now when you're enjoying, cut it using the Dhamma eye, that this is anicca nature, this is dukkha and anatta, it doesn't make any sense, and it cuts. But if I'm already in depression, I can't do that. So you need to use 2 steps there. But if I'm just enjoying it and I know I'm enjoying it, then I should cut it off. Now, if I'm not enjoying it at all, it's fine. Meaning, if there is kama sukha, I need to cut it. If there's no kama sukha, then there's nothing to worry, because that's mara. So it's up to me and up to you to see how it works. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Vilashi, see, in one sutta, I was trying to search that, Buddha says that, is it alago, the simile of the snake or something? What is the name?
Alagopama Sutta.
Yeah. In that, I think one person had a wrong view that, he was, I think it is, if sometimes I'm wrong, but then he was saying that, if you are aware of something and if you do it for the sensual pleasures or something, he was having this thought that that's fine.
No. If his context was different. So now you have to look at the context. Yeah, in that case, what Buddha says is right. It is not. It shouldn't be done that way. See, it is like this, Bobby. You will know whether there is something is getting caught. And when it is getting caught, then you shouldn't do it. And you know for sure nothing is getting caught at all, because you only know it. Nobody else can know it. Nobody else can justify for you that whether it should be done this way or that way. Then there's nothing like should you do it or shouldn't do it. It's just like eating. If you know why you're eating, then it doesn't create any kamachanda. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be eating at all, because it creates kamachanda. You should eat it like nevadavayana, madayana, mandanaya, like that, and just to maintain your body is fine. In the same way, if there are depressive thoughts, he says, do gatha. Now, gatha for monks are different than gatha for lay people. They're not the same. So, in the Sangiti Sutta, Sariputta gives that gatha, because then people let them recite, let them sing. So then he sings Sangita. Sangita means singing only, right? But he will sing the Dhamma thing. So supposing you're choosing songs which make Dhamma sense, it's still Dhamma. It's not going into the Kama Chanda just because you're singing. And then Sangita
Sutta, see, this is where, sometimes all the songs has a good message or, some shorts and all. So we can also see it by, in the moment it is the fire aggregates and, it is all rising, passing away. I also practice that way. But still, sometimes, that tone of that song, there is a liking to it.
It will stick. Even if you try this, forget that. If you try Ethan, Santan, Ethan, Panitan, keep on doing it. It keeps on going. So it's the same, right? So whether you put a movie song or you put Ethan, Santan, Ethan, Panitan, they both will be running simultaneously. Now you cut one with another. How? Now that is there in the Salayatana, Vibhanga, Salaitana, Vibhanga, Sutta. So you first take this one. You cut the depression because it is Sam is a dukkha. So you first cut that by
It's more unwholesome side.
yeah, by doing this Gahatika Sukha, then cut the Gahatika Sukha with the Nekhamma Sukha.
Mm.
Right? So you have to do that step by step. So you can't just do something. So let's say I'm pissed off today. I'm a Sotapanna. I'm not an Anagami to not get pissed off. Now pissed off is same. I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Now what should I do? You
Hear
have
a
two
song.
choices.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Hear to a good song. After the mood enhances, the serotonin level increases, you cut that with a Buddha's message.
Mm.
So that will
Yeah.
die. Let it die.
Yes.
It will die. So you put, let's say I put Ratana Sutta 3 times. Nice tuned Ratana Sutta. Yani da bhutani samagatani bhumani va yani va antaliki sabe ma bhuta. Like that. This song which I was hearing from whatever movie or whatever, it'll die. It went away. And a tear starts flowing. That also had tears, but that was movie tears. And this has really tears of joy that, oh, so nice. But they both are exactly the same as far as the consciousness goes. It's the same. But one is sensual, another one is non sensual. So if I am pissed off, I first listen to this nice mood enhancing song. Then when the mood is enhanced, I take this and cut that.
Yeah, thank you, Vilashi. I think that makes sense. And even the normal songs which has good meanings,
You
that it does
you
the
can use it.
same job, right?
Yes, absolutely. Let's say I still have some fear. Then I can listen to this, some 10 songs, and I feel, wow, such a nice thing. Just come to Karani Metta Sutta and apply on that. Let's say I love Kishore Kumar. That poor guy, he had so much suffering in life. So I listen to his songs and I say, what a voice. Let him be fear, let him get good life, and etc. etc. Then I bring in Karani Metta Sutta and play it. Done. There's a change of perception. It's there in Pottapada Sutta. With this, do that. With this, do that. Right? You can change the perception. So the perception was Kishore Kumar song. Now the perception is changed to Karani Metta Sutta. Simple. You can do like this.
Yeah.
Now this one will be difficult for a Sotapanna, will be slightly easy for a Sakadagami, very easy for an Anagami. Arhat anyway doesn't have to do anything. That's the only difference.
I have experienced this many times, So when you are going at a retreat or something, or when you are, I think in the mentally we are chanting Edam Sandam, it replaces very fast. It doesn't stay the old ones, old perceptions.
Yes.
So then we are seeing that this perception is changing. So, but in a going there actually, how much ever you try, his chanting comes.
His chanting comes. Yeah, exactly, because mind has picked up that.
Yeah.
So all the emotions which comes there, people crying and etc., are related to Goenkaji's voice, Goenkaji's talking, Goenkaji's way of that doha, what he says.
Yeah.
Now, and that I want to leave that. Let's say what I should do. I should do either animitta. That's exactly what I need to learn to do it, or I need to replace it. So how do I replace it? I bring any gatha. So for me, let's say, Bobby, if I have to cut that and like that, and then I want this Buddha Dhamma to be there, I can, when this is coming, I can say, I can get this Dhirasa Vigata Mohasa Pabhinna Khilasa Vijita Vijayasa anighasya susamachitasya. Like that, I can keep on doing. Bhagavato tasya savako ahamasmi. Like that, I can keep on reciting and reciting and reciting and reciting till the time this anichavata sankhara goes away and all the impressions of Goenka goes away. I will replace that. Even though Goenka is also saying the same Buddha's thing, but I'm getting attached to Goenka. I don't want to get attached to Goenka. I want to understand the meaning of that rather than getting attached to Goenka, because that is Kamachanda. So I better come out of it by replacing it.
Yeah. I think I have done that, when I was in retreat, I was keep on chanting that Edam Sandam. So
That works. That works. That beautifully works. It's so short. If you want to know about Vinyanam, Manidasanam, Anantam, Sabbatopabam, Yatta Patavicha, Apocha, Tejocha, Vayu, Nagadati, Yatta Dhigancha, Rasancha, Anuthula, Shubham, Yatta Namancha, Rupancha, Asesam, Uparujjati, Vinyanasa, Nirodena, Yattesam, Uparujjati. Continuously do that. You feel, I understood. Vinyana is Anidasana. It's unillustrative, unestablished, and hence becomes ananta, endless. I am also the same Vijnana, but I am established. Oh, established on name and form. So you start the vipassana automatically. So it works. So I was singing Goenka just thing few minutes ago, and now I am on Vijnana Manidasanam, which then that is completely gone. And then I start feeling animitta everywhere, no nimitta, because it's endless. In endless, ananta, there's no thing called as established. So it's not established in Goenka at all. It's done. How much time did it take? Hardly a minute or two. The nimitta is gone. So the Indriya Samvara happened. Now, after this, I don't have to work out on Indriya Samvara for the entire retreat.
Similarly, that Vijnanam Anidasanam, so can you say me, like, I know it is there in many suttas, but can you say one particular sutta it is there so that I can just read and understand?
Okay, I'll send it. I'll send you the sutta itself. Yeah, sure. I will send you the one where the deity comes and asks, where he goes around, and that person, that deity goes around and comes back to Buddha asking this question about.
So he was walking everywhere.
Yeah, he went to Brahma realm and everything, and then he comes back. Yeah, I'll send you that. That's a very nice one. He corrects how should you ask question. That's the beauty of Buddha.
Yeah.
Yes, Shaji. Yeah, Bobby, he's another Mallu joining me.
I could make out by his name and by his looks. Nice to meet you, Shaji.
Yeah, Kiratan has introduced.
Oh, Kiratan, okay.
Yes, Shaji, go ahead. You're on mute. And he had asked me how much fees do you charge generally. So I said to him, for the next 1,000 years, you don't have to pay me 1 rupee. Yeah, Shaji, I think you're hanging or whatever.
Sir, I want to ask, like, this Shila practice, have you any suggestion with the breath? Because sometimes we see breathing.
Sometimes you see what?
Breath.
No, first you should work out on the sila, and the breath automatically comes. You can't work out on the breath and sila together. That's not possible.
Okay, what I'm asking is, this is basically sati, that we are developing sati, right? Through Shila,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, we don't want to use breath in any way in the Sila?
No, I don't think so. You understood what I'm trying to say. You work out on the sila, the breath automatically comes. It's not the other way around.
No, I need not bother about breath now.
Again, I'm telling you, Shaji, you work out on sila. Put all your energy on fixing the 10 immoral deeds. The breath automatically follows.
Okay.
You don't have to specifically start working on breath. Just like we go to a retreat or somewhere, we take a cushion and watch the breath. That thing you don't have to do, because when the sila is perfected, breath watching is spontaneous.
Yes, sir. Why I am asking is, um, if mind is disturbed, anyway, this breath can be used as a support or something. That is what, just for some help or something.
Absolutely true. So first, keep on looking at the sila. Let's say I'm sitting for next 1 hour. I'll keep on reflecting on the sila continuously. And in few hours time, you can observe the breath automatically takes over.
Okay, sir.
Then your mental state changes. You become more happy, more glad. That's what I said.
Thank you.
Sure. So that's the first step. And tomorrow we come to the next one, which is Indriya Samvara. We'll do it together. How to do Indriya Samvara. Then the next day we take Bhojanamatyanutta. Then we take Jagariyana Yoga. Then we come to Sati. Then we come to Sampajanya. Then we come to Samatha. Then we come to Jhana, by which time I'm in United States. I think so. By the time we finish all of it, and then we'll have to see how to continue. At least I want to cover till Jhana, so that my wish is that all of you should be in Abhasara. That's the wish. So you get that. Nibhav, noble silence. Okay. Any other question? Otherwise, good to close. Rakesh, you have anything because you joined today?
No, I'm just new to these things. I'm just getting used to it. I had some the Goenkaji's sessions, but I'm still like sometimes I deal with some of the things like I make myself wrong and kind of trying to deal with it. So I'm learning. Thank you for getting back to the Silas first and then going step by step.
Okay, great. All right. Thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Good day and good night and good evening. Bye bye.